Hi, I'm Rabbi Alon Ferenczi of Heska Emunah Synagogue, speaking to you from Knoxville, Tennessee, as part of the continuing series of Torah talks delivered midweek to begin thinking for the next week. This week we read from Parashat Ki Tissa, roughly Exodus 30 through 34, which deals with the construction, the building, the molding of the molten calf of gold that Aaron conceives for the people while Moses is away on Mount Sinai receiving further instruction. The people, afraid that Moses has gone too long, need something, some continued connection with the divine and the Almighty. And given that previous experience, human experience of worship was always idolatrous, Aaron conceives with them to make a molten calf, a calf to which they might worship. Of course, this is problematic in that time and others, but I want to draw your attention to a rabbinic teaching on this subject. Aaron and the elders gather the gold, jewelry, and finery of the people to make into this molten calf. And in our midrash, in our later rabbinic teaching, we learn that the women were resistant to contributing their finery. They did not want to participate in this idolatrous experience, and so they resisted in the way they could. Many sages look at this as a positive, a praise for women, that although they have reduced roles, they are able to experience themselves and to push their ethical agenda. I want to question that. I'm very wary of places in which we whitewash our tradition, where we perform apologia and rationalizations of the sexism, power dynamic, and inherent problems of our tradition. Let's not pretend that our tradition doesn't have remnants and residue of eternal sexism from the ancient world through the modern world, that only in this time we are striving for egalitarianism. Perhaps in each generation our people strove to bend the arc of history toward justice, but let's not forget the problems that persisted for the longest of times. When we say things like, women are holier than men and thus can't be made to pray, that they have fewer ritual responsibilities, as you hear in some traditional and or fundamental communities, even Christian and Muslim, we're performing a kind of rationalization for the problems of our age and the problems of our tradition. Let's leave our tradition as thorny and knotty and problematic, yet rich in a residue and a memory of a people that was, a way that was. Let's not pretend that things were ever perfect or that they are now, but that we are always striving to improve not only our world, but our religious system, to make it more fair and equal and egalitarian and comprehensive. That's our goal. Not to make it glossed over, but to make it rich and to make it a place where we can connect with our ancestors, even though their mores were, if not worse than our own, at least different to our own and prior to our own. And in such a way, we can only ensure that the future be better than the past. Shabbat Shalom. If you enjoy talks like this, please do like, share, and subscribe to Eclectic Cleric on YouTube. God bless.